want to someday be content like everyone else. I want
a normal life.
I want to marry you.
Yes.
You guys are my family. And now I have a partner for life. I'm content. Maybe even happy.
Yeah, I was actually, I was doing research into that whole situation. You know, Julie Benz was even surprised by it. It's not like she was leaving the show for another show. At least as far as I was aware, she found out and everybody else found out a couple days prior, and she actually had sort of a panic attack in that office when she was called in to go through everything that was going to happen. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Real Night. We are diving into season 5 of Dexter. If you want to know my thoughts going into this, feel free to check out the R&R. Otherwise, let's roll it. Yeah, I think that's putting it lightly. No, picking right back up.
I've watched 67 people die, and at the moment of truth, I looked into their eyes, and they knew and I knew. They got what they deserved.
Rita definitely didn't.
What if the least you deserve is a real human being, and what you get instead is me?
Yeah, and Trinity, I think as I've mentioned before, he's just the complete opposite of that.
What happened?
Rita's inside. It was me.
Rigor mortis full-blown. Epidermal modeling. I imagined her naked plenty of times, but never like this.
Not the time, bro.
Overall lividity puts time of death somewhere between 8 and 12 hours ago.
Dexter came home to that. He's gonna need our support here.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever seen him shell-shocked like that before either. Understandably.
Let's pack up and get out of there.
Rita's one of ours. She's family.
Just do what I say.
She's stressed.
Just thinking back to episode 1 of season 4. And then here we are now. It's a crime scene. You know, back then it was all sunny and sunshine, rainbows, happy family.
Harry? Where are you now, when I really need you? When it's
Elliot?
everybody's looking, and it's the neighbor crying, not me.
Oh, I mean, that is a symptom of shock. I guess this is him experiencing it for the first time.
Sir, we're ready for you. Before you came home and found your wife...
FBI? You fucking bunch of idiots.
Stop. You want to talk to Dexter? Schedule an appointment.
I'll do that.
Oh, man. Yeah. Pigsty, I know that's Deb's place, but...
He can sleep on the floor until we can bring his crib over from the house.
I don't know, it's really concerning. There's not much for me to say right now.
Don't say things like it was me. People will misunderstand. In fact, I don't understand. What did you even mean?
What is your emergency?
I just got home and found my wife dead in the bathtub.
What is this?
The 911 call Dexter made.
Yeah, very calm.
She has an approximately 1-inch incision midway upper right thigh dissecting the femoral artery.
He obviously is in shock. Habit of precision.
His wife just died.
I mean, I feel like that makes sense, though. Sometimes when people are in shock, they revert to something like that.
What are we working on here?
Not Rita.
Sinking their emotions or hiding their emotions deeper and reverting to more like an analytical type of thinking. There are stages of grief and stages to shock.
What?
Are they really suspecting
What
Dexter?
shouldn't you have told him?
I understand why they might, but
Range of saliva I witnessed at Thanksgiving.
especially Masuka, I wouldn't think.
Kiss.
Elliot and Rita?
Dude was totally in love with her.
And Dexter knew.
Yeah, I should have kept my big mouth shut.
Never a good idea to play the blame game.
Hello.
Dexter, it's Laura. Two very exciting
Laura.
kids.
Oh, is that the grandparents? Grandmother?
Yeah, there's
Oh, they don't know.
Dexter!
Hey, Cody, you okay?
We've been having the best day. I had cotton candy for breakfast.
It's great.
Hi, Dexter. Can I talk to Mom?
She's in the shower.
Can you tell her I miss her? I miss you too, Dexter.
This is rough. I mean, they're doing a great job of exploring the aftermath in every different aspect that the
Come
situation
to Deb's
brings.
apartment instead of the house. Explain when you get here.
You sure you don't want to tell him about Rita?
No, it's better to do it in person, for sure.
I've been on the phone all morning with a funeral director who does a lot of cops, and he's willing to see us right away.
I'm sorry for your loss.
How does he do that?
There are Kleenexes here. If you need them.
Some people are just more naturally empathetic.
We like to start with the obituary. It's a good way to let people know about services, but most importantly, it's a chance to express your feelings about Rita in your own words.
Feelings.
What else do you need?
As I was saying in the R&R, yeah, looks like Deb is going to be helping in a major way, at least how it's starting out.
So this is how normal people do it. No hefty bags, no diesel fumes, a grieving spouse.
Oh, I wonder if she's gonna be like a... Oh, is this their first date?
Dexter Morgan?
Rita? Hi.
I think it is.
Sorry I'm late.
No problem.
Went to the one in town. I didn't know there was anything
Yeah, after Deb set them up.
find this place.
I, tracked it down.
Oh, he's probably tracking a killer right now. Is that guy across from him?
Your sister, Deborah's told me so much about you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, nothing bad, of course.
I'm glad that they brought Julie Benz back for this.
Bloodstain pattern analyst. I have no clue what that is.
Barely do either, and I do it 40 hours a week.
She seems nice, your sister.
You seem nice, too.
Thank you. So, what's good here? I mean, there must be something special to bring you all the way out this far.
Yeah, definitely something special. But of course, yeah.
Good.
Of course, you know, he was pursuing something selfish, turned into this.
Do you know what you want?
Yes, I do.
So it's always been a part of their relationship.
What are you doing?
I was just thinking about Rita,
How much you miss her?
how much I lied to her from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Funeral's the day after tomorrow. I chose an oak casket. I hope that's all right.
I get what they're going for here with, you know, people being weirded out that Dexter isn't
So you'd like her to be buried.
being overly emotional, but it's not really within his character either. And people who know him, like specifically Deb, should know that he's not overly emotional. Like, he doesn't express emotions like that.
I'm gonna drop you two off at the apartment. Is that okay?
It's fine.
You're worrying me. I really didn't expect you to come.
That's what she said. Partners, I'm here.
I wanted to clean the place up. Make sure Dexter didn't see it like this.
Good on Quinn. Like, as I was saying in the tier list, I like that he's cultivating an actual good partner relationship with Deb.
Hey, old up.
Okay, I guess. I mean, you know my brother, it's a little hard to tell. I'm not used to having to be the strong one, you know? Always been Dexter.
To me, it's always seemed the other way around.
She's always had that support system from him.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
She's... yeah. Okay. I guess kind of on character for Deb.
You got your stuff? There's one for Mom, too.
Sit down, I need to tell you something.
Maybe take the ears off.
Is everything okay?
What's going on? You're freaking me out.
They got different actors for the grandparents.
A man came into our house. Your mother,
Yeah, the shaky cam.
he killed her.
What? She got killed? Somebody killed her?
She's fine.
Dexter, what?
You're kidding, right?
I don't understand.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, that's a rough thing to drop. Especially like that, man.
Esther,
Go away.
listen to me. Everything's gonna be okay.
It won't be. She's dead, and it doesn't even matter to you. I can tell just by looking you don't even care. Where were you when someone was killing her?
This is rough.
I should have been there, and I wish I could take it all back. I wish.
I don't know what I wish. That it was just my mom and me and Cody and Harrison. Because we all would have been so much better off if she hadn't met you.
It's all like happening so fast and like just the way he's handling it. I think that is another aspect of his own grief. Like, he's frazzled. There's no calculation here. He's just
Else.
completely off the rails, you know, just flying by the seat of his pants. He doesn't really know what to do.
What are you doing?
Oh my. I did not want to see that, bro.
You want to talk about it, or you're just gonna act weird?
There's nothing to talk about.
Okay.
I mean, she definitely initiated that, so. This is such a mess. Such a mess.
Kids, I take it. Yeah. They're with their mother. We're divorced.
I thought that they weren't married.
I've been hearing them a lot lately.
They don't sound very happy, do they?
Better to find out now before they get married.
How old did you know Rita?
All Rita and I ever did was kiss.
once. That was it. It was nothing. Anyway, Dexter found out about the indiscretion and came over and punched me out.
Yeah, Quinn already had a vendetta against Dexter, so I wouldn't be surprised if he pursued this to its fullest extent.
Brought some dresses for you to look at.
It'd be fitting if they used the one from the first date.
How'd it go talking with him?
Horribly.
Baxter's upset. My mother's dead because of me.
There's nothing you could have done differently.
I could have killed Arthur Mitchell the first chance I got.
Yeah.
You loved Rita. You never would have let anything hurt her.
But he did.
How lucky she felt to have found you.
Just shows she had no idea whatsoever, which makes the situation all the worse.
I was wondering what you were doing, sitting here by yourself for so long. Now I see.
I paid her to say that.
You did?
No, I'm just kidding.
Me too. Excuse me.
Classic season 1 Dexter.
What's the deal here?
I have to go.
It was nice meeting you.
It's probably where it should have ended. I mean, I loved her in the show, of course, but like...
Lucky to have me. I wouldn't say so. She trusted me and now she's dead. You'd all be better off without me.
What was that realization? Like, no music or anything, just seems like he has an idea. I hope it wasn't too,
Leave the past. Leave nothing behind. I need to grab my tools.
And go over the guest list one more time.
Then torch the container.
And the eulogy, Dexter.
I've been thinking about Harrison. I need to ask you this one more favor. That you love him. As if he were your own.
You were decent and good.
I'm not.
It's interesting. He always tries to tell everyone that he's not what they think. And, you know, sometimes he proves himself wrong, but they just don't believe him. I wonder why they highlighted the wedding ring there.
There's something I think you should know, having to do with Rita.
Why are you telling me this? What are you implying?
I wonder why she wants to stay so far away from it.
When the wife is dead, 90% of the time the husband did it.
He did say it was him. Yeah, he didn't paint himself in a very good light, but again, he's kind of not himself. And it's interesting that this situation has kind of caused him to revert. He was starting to feel more as we were progressing in season 4, but now he's just back to that unfeeling, clueless, you know, emotional state.
Don't tell me. What'd he say?
Nothing. He didn't show. So now they're asking for his personnel files.
Yeah, Deb's really on it this time around, really
Dexter!
taking things into her own hands.
You're the sister, right?
Yeah, I live here.
Well, I'll be leaving then. He said you would know what to do.
He said what?
Dexter Morgan.
Please leave a message at the tone.
Fuck! Dexter, where are you?
This is starting off.
And I chose that dress. You were wearing it when we first met, so
Yeah.
I thought since I won't...
Figured that would be a fitting way to do it.
Kids will be fine with Deb. Way better off without me. I think we agree about that.
You did great with the makeup there.
I was never really honest with you. I'm a serial killer, that's what I am. I know I led you to believe I'm a human being, but I'm not.
He was slowly growing in his humanity, but it sent him back.
There are only a few things you really need once you decide to move on. What you'll require wherever you land. A fine suit of clothing.
Oh, so he's like planning to leave. That's why he was doing all that stuff with Harrison.
The tools of your trade.
Yeah, he's just running. And isn't he renting this container, though? This was from the first episode. Every time, yeah. I think they did that season 4 or season 3. Here we are again. Episode number 1.
Disappeared so many people. My turn now.
Damn it, Dexter, don't do this.
He came so far and... it seems like it's It was all for nothing. He could really honor Rita's memory by being there for the kids, being a better person, but it doesn't seem like that's what he's going to be doing.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
I wonder if you remembered her
It's
name.
Rita.
Yeah, I know.
I was just checking in. I wasn't completely honest with you. I have 2 kids. Aster and Cody. They're 9 and 7.
I like kids.
I mean, at this point, it is his responsibility to take care of those kids. Although I don't...
Our problems, did she tell you?
Yeah.
I don't really know if Aster would be down for that.
You make me feel good. Like things can be different.
So do you. Make me feel that way, too. I mean...
I know I felt up in the air the way things ended. You know, like we never said a proper goodbye. So,
Goodbye, Rita Bennett.
goodbye, Dexter Morgan.
I see what they did there, but great move on the showrunner's part.
I'm sorry.
Fucking bathroom. Fucking retard.
Yeah, probably not what you want to say.
Hey.
My wife died, and it was my fault.
Your dead wife can suck my dick.
Yeah, fine with this guy leaving this earth. Doesn't seem to be contributing much. Yeah, he's completely off the rails. Finally, Harry.
That's the first human thing I've seen you do since she died, Dexter.
Yeah, Harry is his connection to humanity, I guess.
They're not better off without you. You're not better off without them.
Exactly.
You need to go back.
So he's graduated to another stage of grief.
Better be. If we don't get going soon, we'll be burying Rita by candlelight.
It just made me think back to they had that candlelit dinner after Dexter had done a kill with candles leading to the that RV.
She died, and it scared me. And we've been married, what, 10 hours? Dexter was the witness at our ceremony, for all I know. He was there with us while she was...
Oh, she thinks it's their fault.
I just wanted it to be our wedding day.
Yeah, that's an aspect I didn't even think about. It just feels like such a long time ago that they did that. So much.
No one does.
This happened.
There's something you should probably know.
What?
It's not exactly an easy thing to say.
Maybe not the time. Maybe not the time.
She had a big heart, big enough for both of us. Had to be. I wasn't even human. She reached out and found something I didn't even know was there. She never hurt anybody.
She was his anchor to humanity.
She was innocent.
It's like Harry in a way, but a physical sense.
And she died a brutal death, and I can't fix it. But I know I have to try here in Miami with the people who knew her, who cared about her.
Yeah, gotta stick around.
Who loved her.
That's the ultimate honor for her memory, to take care of the people that she loved, her kids.
Like I did.
It's the way to fix it. Yeah, that episode was very somber, fittingly so. I'm glad that they explored the aftermath as much as they did. You know, we didn't really go forward too far into the future in this episode. We just sort of stayed planted in everything that was going on after Rita's death, sort of giving her character an homage and a proper exit. I mean, I think that they did a good job of sort of carrying that forward into this and highlighting Dexter's sort of unique brand of grief, because a lot of the people around him were sort of surprised by the way he was acting, but to me it made sense for the type of guy that he is. I know that a lot of them don't really know that, but for people like Deb who have grown up with him around, she knows him the best out of anyone else in the show. She kind of came around a little bit in that kitchen scene before all that stuff happened with Quinn, but yes, she probably would expect more emotion from him, but it shouldn't be too much of a surprise the way that he was dealing with it. And then when he finally did let that emotion out, finally moving forward with those emotions that he was keeping pent up, even though it wasn't as emotionally charged, his reaction, I think that it was extremely heartfelt because it sent him back to season 1 levels of emotionlessness and cluelessness in social situations. So we're probably going to be exploring more into the family dynamic of Dexter as that single father. Deb helping him out, as I was suspecting would happen in the predictions in the R&R. She definitely was a huge help here. She took care of pretty much everything, which makes sense to me. I get that she wanted him to help out with everything, but to me, it makes more sense for the family of that person to be taking care of a lot of that because that person is going to be dealing with grief. And Deb did highlight the reason why she was kind of being that way, just because, as she said, she's used to Dexter being the one to take care of all that stuff when she's feeling down, being that foundation for her to lean on. But she had to sort of flip that role here and be that foundation for him. Quinn said that it's always been her, and that's from his perspective, but I think they need each other, really, at the end of the day. Of course, Dexter, he is a virus. He is a sickness on whoever is going to be around him, but hopefully he starts to change that in this season, or at least attempt to do so. But yeah, since he is who he is, there's always going to be that dark stain that sort of seeps out, like the stain on the wedding dress that seeps out into the rest of his life. I mean, season 1, we saw that with Deb. We're probably going to be exploring as well the sense that he's not necessarily going to be hiding behind Rita now, because he stated in the past that Rita was his cover, that cover of normalcy. Now that that cover is completely removed, Dexter is now going to have to actually become that. You know, he was getting there in season 4. This sent him back, but he's probably gonna, from this, grow further into that. But we still have a couple seasons after this. We have like 3 seasons after this, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot more nuance to his character going forward. But yeah, I like the way that they started things off.